everybody! Welcome back. My name is Holly Hawthorne and this is our Outdoor Spaces Imagination Station. Make sure you check out the other videos because we want you to be one of the best park rangers you can be. This week, we get to learn about a very special type of insect. There's lots of different types of them. They're very, very small and they exist in all different types of habitats, which is a place to live. Can you guess? Yep, they're called creepy crawlies. Except that's not quite right. They're actually called Minibeasts, and I can't wait for us to learn all about them. Come on. Minibeasts are very special. In fact, they're so special that our friends at Out of the Ark have prepared a special song for us to all sing along. Now, don't worry if you don't know the words, because they're very nice and they've put all the words along the bottom of the screen. Now remember, you can always pause and rewind this video. So once you've got the hang of the words, make sure to go back and sing too. You can even get your parents to sing along with you. Now it's time for our activity. This week, we've got a Minibeast crossword for you to try. I'm going to pop it up on the screen and try and fill it all out. Now, if you want to get extra practice at home, don't forget to click onto the website and fill out the form. That means you can download all of this information and you can practice to be the best park ranger you can be. Time for the crossword. Let's go. So, across number 3. They like climbing up drain pipes. Can you guess what it is? And now, across number 6. Watch as these creatures flutter by. What could that be? Across number 7. They're not creepy crawlies. They are... You've got it! Across number 8. To protect themselves, they curl up into a ball. Now we're going to go for the clues downwards. Down number 1. They live in the soil and wiggle. What could that be? Down number 2. A big word to describe where mini beasts live. What do you think? Down number 4. Sometimes they need to fly away home. Down number 5. This is our last one. Well done. They take their home everywhere they go. I think I know this one. Have you got them all? Well done. Don't worry if you're still thinking about a few. You can always come back again later. There's lots of different types of mini beasts, and I want to make sure that we all get to learn as much as we can about them. So I've written down some special facts from my friends Penelope Park and Edna the Explorer, so we can learn as much as we possibly can to be the best park rangers we can be. For example, did you know that lots of different types of mini beasts live in many different habitats? But also, the habitat gets to be kept healthy by the mini beasts that live there. They make sure that all the plants and roots underneath the soil get to be kept with lots of oxygen and water that they need. And they also get to make sure that any prey or predators are part of the food chain there. So park rangers, if you go out into your gardens or local parks, I want you to keep an eye out for some mini beasts you might see. For instance, caterpillars. Where could you have seen a caterpillar before? That's it. They live on top and underneath different types of leaves. You might have noticed that a lot of caterpillars are green. That's because of where they live. It's called camouflage, and that means that they're less likely to get eaten by bigger things like birds. But also, there's types of insects and leaves that caterpillars eat, and that's why the top of a leaf and underneath gets to be a caterpillar's habitat. I want you to keep an eye out too for wiggly, wriggly worms. Where could you have seen them before? Well, that's it. Worms like to live in the soil, and they like to eat lots of dead leaves which fall from the trees above. Worms are very special because we need them to keep the soil nice for the trees and plants to grow. The tunnels that they dig in the soil when they look for food allows air and water to get down to the roots. So all your flowers and trees get to grow up to be nice and tall. Keep an eye out too for the spider. Spiders are very special because they can live almost anywhere in the entire world. They don't mind if it's too hot or too cold. They just need a little bit of shelter so they don't get blown away. Because like all the other mini beasts, spiders are often very small. Spiders don't eat a lot of the things that are on the ground. Instead, they spin a web and they catch things out of the air like flies, which is pretty good because you don't want them buzzing around your room. On sunnier days, you might spot a ladybird. Where do you usually find them? Ladybirds usually like to live when it's sunny on shrubs and flowers and on trees. But now it's getting a little bit colder, you're less likely to see them. Ladybirds like to find nice, warm places to keep them safe, like the hole in the tree from our other story. Ladybirds get all snuggly up in there, usually with a few friends to keep warm, and they hibernate all winter long. I wish I could when it gets cold outside. Who else likes to get snuggly under a blanket? It's fun, isn't it? There's lots of different types of insects too to keep an eye out on. There's ones called the snail. Snails keep their houses on their back, but apart from that, they can live almost anywhere. In fact, snails are some of the most resilient mini beasts around. There's many different types that you can see. For instance, some snails are able to live underwater, and some are able to live where it's really, really hot, like in the desert. Isn't that amazing? So next time you see a garden snail, be sure to say hello. Around here, we usually see butterflies that like it when it's a bit warmer, and they like it when it's daytime too. Usually you'll see butterflies in big grassy spaces where there's lots of wildflowers. That's because that's what caterpillars like to eat. So, if you ever get a chance to go to a park or to a nice big field near you, be sure to keep an eye out with a grown-up for what butterflies you can see. As it gets colder, we all like to go inside and get nice and warm. But not all mini beasts and animals have places to go. But we can help them. You can make something called a bug hotel. These are some things that I've gathered from around the house and from our local parks. We've got twigs, leaves, some string, some old stuffing from a disused couch cushion, and a little carton to carry coffee cups in. But if you have anything else that you would like, feel free to include it too. Just try and make sure it's something that's either naturally resourced, say from your local park or garden, or something that, if you didn't use it for this, it would just end up in the bin. So, you can pretty much do whatever you like with this, but this is what I recommend. Get your leaves and your stuffing if you have it, and you want to wrap your twigs around it, like this. It doesn't have to be neat because the bugs just want somewhere to hang out. So what I recommend, and my friends Penelope Park recommend, is that you wrap it all up like this. Tie a little knot in it so it's secure. So if you have a shady tree in your garden, or even a fence or shed to hang it off, you can hang up your very own bug hotel where they can stay all winter long. So they've got somewhere nice, warm and safe to sleep, like this. Now this is just a simple one that we've made, but if you like, you can go 5 stars. Try and think of what all you could put on your bug hotel. Have you considered signs? Maybe even little soft spots for them to sleep. You could use cartons like this, or even egg cartons. Stack them all up and tie them together so they've got somewhere to stay. Or, if you ask a grown-up for help, you could find some really big logs and cut holes in them with a drill. That means that bigger animals like hedgehogs can have somewhere to sleep too. And don't forget that birds, bees and all our mini beast friends like to have fresh water to drink in winter. So you can make a fresh water bath using any bowl or water container around the house. But not all insects can swim, so fill the bottom with pebbles so they've got something to stand on. Maybe you could put it next to your bug hotel and make a 5-star resort. You could also consider a really simple bird feeder with some seeds that you might find around the house, or you can even get some bird feeders that are pre-made. If you make any of these, be sure to comment below so we can all get inspired by your good work. We've learned so many facts about mini beasts. I think it's time for a little story. Now, this one isn't about mini beasts, but they're still quite small. Maybe you've seen them. This one's about a hedgehog. Are you ready? Let's go. Winter is coming and our hedgehog is worried. How will she survive her first winter without food? Our hedgehog lived alone in an untidy patch of garden, where she could hide away under the logs and leaves during the day. Well, it's time I was up and about, said the hedgehog as the sun was setting. It was raining, and that meant that there was lots of mini beasts about. But our hedgehog didn't mind because mini beasts is what she ate. As she was eating a particularly delicious looking slug, she heard a voice. Oh dear, said the hedgehog. Our friend the hedgehog didn't like company. Other animals made her jumpy and scared. It was a good thing she had her prickles to keep her safe. She curled up into a lovely tight ball, just in case. Hello, said the song thrush. When the hedgehog saw the song thrush, she uncurled herself. You gave me quite a scare, said our friend the hedgehog. Oh, sorry, said the song thrush. The song thrush and the hedgehog ate snails, so they often bumped into each other when they were looking for food. Usually, they just said things like, hello, and good evening. Hello, they said, and the hedgehog went on munching her slug. Song thrush banged his snail on a rock to break the shell, a bit like you might break a breakfast egg in the mornings. When the song thrush said something else, he said, winter is coming. Well, the hedgehog looked in alarm. "Winter?" she asked in a small, worried voice. She was only young and hadn't seen a winter before. "Well, when the weather gets colder and wetter, when food like slugs and snails and beetles get harder to find, that's winter," warned the song thrush. "So you won't go hungry because you can always eat berries and bushes, so winter doesn't really bother you." "So I shouldn't be bothered?" said the hedgehog. She didn't eat berries. What would she do without food? What happened to the hedgehogs in winter? She saw that birds could fly south to warmer places, but she couldn't fly. She saw squirrels gathering up nuts, so she tried storing up slugs and worms and beetles in her little home, but when she woke up, they all crawled away. They all escaped. But the weather grew colder, and she began to worry so much that she couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned under her little bed until it was no longer cozy. She went out and collected more leaves and made a warm pile against a log. It looked very cozy and very, very snug. Soon, she was too tired to worry about winter. "I'll sleep on it," said the hedgehog, yawning. "Maybe I'll come up with a better idea tomorrow." She burrowed into the middle and curled up tight and managed to get herself to sleep. Soon, she fell into a deeper and deeper sleep, deeper than you could ever imagine. It was a very special kind of sleep that some animals do, called hibernation. Every once in a while, she would wake up enough to turn over and go back to sleep again. When she woke up fully and opened her eyes, she realized it was spring. And that's when she realized that she had slept the whole way through winter. "Huh," she said. "So that's what happens to hedgehogs." And she smiled a very sleepy smile. And she knew what to do next time winter came. No worries. Thanks for stopping along with me today. I hope you enjoyed our activities and our story. Be sure to check out the other videos below so you can practice to be the best park ranger you can be. See you next time. Bye!